Yo, what up everybody? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video here on Thursday. And look, this whole kind of like Omega Days like points farming situation is going to take some twists and turns. Of course, when everything kind of releases, we're quickly jumping around to try and get as much information as possible. So before I do my process, which by the way will be free to play orientated and will be very different to some of the stuff that we're going to be looking at, but I think it's very much relevant to look at these particular points. First of all, I want to start off with I think we'll go with MCOC Avengers, which is kind of a quick assessment of things. So I've put a link in the description to MCC Avengers Twitter if you want to check it out. He put some amazing stuff, infographics we referred to in the past, and other types of information. So this is pretty wild, to be honest. So this is the information he's put out. It said, to reach maximum milestones, you need to open 76 Paragon Omega Crystals, best bet into shot, or Valiant Omega Crystals, and 34 Omega Crystals Cavalier Omega Crystals can be obtained for free. So obviously that's relevant within this. One Paragon Omega Crystal or Valiant Omega Crystal equals 300 units. 76 Paragon Omega Crystals or Valiant Omega Crystals, 22,800 units. That's mad. That is pretty darn mad with it. Scary mad. Open a free 34 Cavalier Mega Crystals and buy another 151 Cavalier Mega Crystals. One Cavalier Crystal equals 150 units. 151 Cavalier Mega Crystals is 22,650 units. So of course gives you a bit of a contrast there for Alpha Root. Of course within Alpha Root you do pick up those Valiant Omega Crystals or Omega Crystals, Paragon Omega Crystals, whatever it is. Down the way, Paragon or Paragon Omega Crystals or Valiant Omega Crystals, depending on what you have access to. Oh, so much to think about, so much to do with it. Just double check actually, because I'm going to start losing my mind with all these kind of like numbers and thingamajobs with it of what you can get. So you get Omega Paragon Crystals, 2 points for Omega Paragon Crystals. Open a Paragon Omega Crystal. So many things here to think about with this. So yeah, it's a mind melt. Right, back to this by MCC Avenger. Where are we up to? Yeah. So look, your options: 22,800 units could be what you spend. Now I haven't done my spreadsheet. I haven't done my kind of process of how to do it because this stuff has only been out like 3 hours and it's already like, what's the answer to this right now, man? We'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll find a lovely way to do it. And I'll probably do. I'll do a non-spending method of kind of accessing it. I'm not just going to say, hey, go, if you're non-spending, do 22,800 units. That's going to be, don't want to do that. There's a process to it, because at the end of the day, they'll be only as far as you can go, or as far as you are willing to go, and some other variables as well. So we've got Omega Charge, which is the main thing. I think the main culprit here. To reach the maximum milestone, you need to open 200 Paragon Omega Crystals or Valiant Omega Crystals. One Paragon Omega Crystal or Valiant Crystal is 300 units. 200 Paragon Omega Crystals or Valiant Omega Crystals is 60,000 units. I guess it's to do all milestones. If we take into account the units that can be taken as rewards for milestones, then we earn 9,600 units. Total Paragon Plus will spend 50,400 units. Points for opening Cavalier Mega Crystals do not count towards the Omega Charge event, which I made the mistake of in a now deleted video of that. But yeah, I had a lot of shit going on in one given time, which I did not appreciate. But it is, you be good. You do two good things, Richard. 50,400 units may be how much you spend. So that could be what you are going to be looking at to spend to get right to the very end, which will be things like the 7-star Omega Selector, 107-star Omega Signature Stones, 7-star Awakened Gem, or the 2 to 3 rank up gem as well. That could be what you could get if you wanted to put in the spend to it. But yeah, that's very spendy. God. Oh. I'm not kind of doing like, oh, I'm not gonna even bloody bother kind of going to. I'm gonna go as far as I want to go with it, and I think the same thing for everyone else. I might have a little flatter on the old Valiant Omega crystals because these are brand new crystals to the game. So look, might as well just open up some. Not a lot. I'll probably just do about 5 because my units are important to me, and I haven't had enough time to farm in Arena lately because I've got other stuff on. Sadly. But that's life. That's life. So interesting from MC Avenger. There was one from Cam. Cam, I think, takes a different approach for it, talking about the alpha and like the net cost of stuff. I guess is the point of like how far it takes you on the milestones, or how much. Because this is the other point as well. Like the point of going right. So I'm grabbing the free Cavalier crystals here from the event, from the Delta missions. I'm then opening up from the Alpha, the milestones going down. But I'll also be going over to the other one to open up more, and I then ping back over to then grab a bit more as well. So I think that's how Cam's framing this, the way that you would kind of go and pick up more spending of when you're spending your Omega from the Paragon and Valiant side of things. You're then kind of opening up more on that. So when you open, it's like you're constantly opening up gates and doors between different types of the milestones on the solo events. So yeah, I think he does things in a little bit of a different way with how. I'll put a link to this if you want to check this out as well. It's interesting with different takes. I'll have a different approach, but mine's going to be different to Cam's and MCC Avengers as to what advice and what process I'm giving you guys. Mine is more will be a case of like, well, when you're here you'll unlock this, when you're there you unlock that, and if you're non-spending like me and many other players are, this is what you unlock, then this is what you'll be unlocking down the line as well. But it's really interesting to find out the extent of, will it be a painful process, a rewarding process, and as well, you know, the unit spend, because of course it's very important to all the players. If you're spending units in this event, like what are you going to get? That's what we said in the video previously. Like, what are you actually going to get out of this particular event? And that's the thing. What do you want to achieve from this event? Is it something that you want to spend a lot of units on? Is it something that you don't want to spend a lot of units on? Is it something that you could find something beneficial or better than the July 4th deals? I'm just trying to re-upload a video as well at the same time, so trying to multitask. But in any case, we'll end the video there. I don't want to go into too much detail on things that we kind of know some stuff, but we need to kind of like update things and also put out a process that is going to be helpful to free to play, not just a case of going, hey, by the way, you know, units, it's going to cost you a load of units. But as well, that's going to be true if this is the case. So yeah, be warned, everybody. It could cost you. Get out from this event what you feel is going to be beneficial. Don't get suckered in. It's RNG at the end of the day. Yes, there are some good stuff. Like, there is some good stuff, even for people that are uncollected plus. But you also have to make the decision of like how much you're willing to go for this, depending as well how difficult the Delta missions will be. How easy they are, how kind of like accessible to get further down the line, and what Paragon and Valiant will kind of look to get as to, look, again, how much more units will you invest into it in order to get out of it some of the spicier items that you see right now on screen? Will you be pushing for it? Will you be pushing through RNG? Because this is very much like previous events. But yeah, really interesting stuff from Cam and MCC Avenger. But I've put a link to that in the description down below. Have a lovely day, everybody. I've got to record the MCM for tomorrow. I've got so much to do before I go to bed. Anyway, have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.